Hey folks, here I am with the infamous Instant Pot. This is the Duo Crisp and Air Fryer. So right now I have it on the saute setting and it's already been brought up to temperature. As I'm making some chili, I want to saute these vegetables, get a little color before throwing in the beans and some of the greens and then letting it slow cook on high for about 4 hours. So being in the saute mode, this will just kind of saute like as if it was on the stove. So I'm going to add some oil. And then from there I'm going to add the vegetables. And you'll hear that nice little sizzle as I throw them in. All right, so this stuff is in here now. Let's get a simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes as it gets some color on it. This is a really nice feature since you kind of have a multi-purpose thing. It's not just a slow cooker. You can also do what you would normally do on the stove in here and then slow cook it so you don't have to transfer between pots or vessels. All right, since we last met, the simmering, sauteing portion of this has ended. You can see there's some good color there. It's time to throw in some beans. We're to get this chili really going, get some beans, some water. More water, some more beans, canned tomatoes, bottoms of some cilantro, some thyme off the stem. Got 3 heaping tablespoons of tomato paste, or I just kind of eyeball it, but 3 spoonfuls. Should be 3 tablespoons, but whatever. Got another tablespoon of rosemary. Now we got thyme, cilantro stems, I should say, and rosemary. Time for spices. I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika. It's about a teaspoon, I would say. Chili powder, which is the most important. I'm gonna do about 1 tablespoon. You know, I'm kind of winging it with this. I'm fancy, so I'm gonna get a little bit of coriander in there. Coriander powder, that is. Cumin, which adds a nice smoky flavor. Just add a little bit of salt. Maybe a teaspoon. You can always add more at the end. You could add a stock cube. I'll stir that up in a second. Then I got these cool Guajillo dried chilies, which I'm gonna add in. So I cut the chili in half, I'm gonna add it in. I think it just adds a nice little smokiness, especially when it's slow cooking. Any remaining cilantro stalks. A little bit of pepper because why not have more flavor? And a cup of rice, just a half cup. About a cup and a half to 2 cups of water. So I obviously could pressure cook this. Wouldn't be tremendously different, especially because this is a really simple recipe. But I just like the way the slow cooker helps develop the flavors a bit more. And unlike when you pressure cook it, more water evaporates, which I find leads to a better consistency with the chili. It gets a bit thicker instead of being a little watery, which I find can be the case with pressure cooking these. Sometimes it'll be a bit more precise with the measurements of the pressure cooker. All right, so this is from when the saute period ended, so I'm gonna hit off, then hit slow cook. I'm gonna do this on low for quite a while. So I'm going temp to low. You can go low or high. And then I'm gonna be doing this for about 6.5 hours. All right, I'm gonna put the lid on. The lid's on. Hit a press start. And this thing will tell me when it's done in 6.5 hours. Obviously I'm gonna take the lid off and stir it a couple times. But I'm hoping it tastes as good as it looked going in. So I should mention I do often use the air fryer option on this a lot. It is a different lid, which I have right here, which you can see has a little fan to conduct the air in there and cause convection. It does air fry things up pretty well. It's not as good as a standalone air fryer, or maybe I'm just not using it properly. But I've used both, a regular air fryer and this, and I do find the regular air fryer works a tiny bit better. But if you're looking to save space in a small kitchen, like I do have here in New York City, then it's perfect because it's an all-in-one kind of thing. You can saute, you can air fry, you can slow cook like I'm doing right now. It does come with a nice little air fryer basket. So with this, you can, put things in the air fryer. You can also layer things. So you can have stuff down there air frying and stuff down here, and obviously the stuff here will fry quicker. What I've done in the past is I've air fried potatoes down there, had fish on top here, and it's actually really nice because the fish drips onto the potatoes and you get a good blended in flavor there. There's also this little basket here which you can do some things with, like I was talking about. You can have fish or chicken or whatnot sitting on here, vegetables below it in this container, and either have it bake or air fry it. Really depends. There's so many options here that just one video, it's kind of good. It would take hours to go over it all, but it does give you a lot of options. I just prefer to use the air frying, the sauteing, and the slow cooking the most often. I've never actually tried the dehydration functionality on it, but if everything else works as well as these few options that I mentioned work, then I would be shocked if that one doesn't work well as well. There's a reason why this brand has become so popular, and any skepticisms I've had about its quality have been washed away since I started using it. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. It does make some great food, and it's really nice to set things on the slow cooker setting and just let it do its thing.